Okay, so the quality was kind of bad on my last video micro recording that I did, and actually the video too. So hopefully it might be better this time. But I am doing a makeover of the BFF household. So first is Travis. First of all, I think it's funny that his name is Travis Scott. And basically I wanted to, first of all, okay, the storyline is that both Liberty and Summer are in love with Travis. And I thought that that was a little funny given the bright yellow hair and his fit of an Argyle sweatshirt and like khakis. So I tried to make him more interesting, more attractive maybe, by giving him that like skinny, nerdy white boy with curly hair vibe. Yeah. So he's wearing a lot of stuff from the Tiny Living pack, and he has this hair from Cool Kitchen. Tiny Living has the best male clothes in my opinion. I always put them on my Sims. All of this different like sweater type stuff. Yeah. And then I was also thinking, I don't really like the storyline of like, oh, Liberty is in love with Travis, and so is Summer. Because first of all, I feel like that's just a little bit boring. I don't know. So I was thinking, what if it's an actual triangle? Summer is in love with Travis, who is in love with Liberty, who is in love with Summer. Now that is a good storyline. So maybe I will do like play with them for one video and try to implement that. I don't know. So I'm almost done with Travis. I love the clothes from Snowy Escape. Honestly, they're really good. Some of the best casts. I mean, all the packs that have been coming out recently have really good casts, because also it's higher quality than compared to the old packs. Also, to pay an homage to his Argyle sweatshirt that Travis used to wear, I gave him the Argyle socks on most of his outfits. Okay, now I'm making over Liberty, and first of all, her eyes. I changed her eyes because first of all, I feel like whoever made this sim, made Liberty at EA, must have manipulated her eyes a lot, because I think they're like turned outward. I might be wrong on that. But also I just didn't like that they don't have the eyelashes. I know a lot of people don't even like the block eyelashes, but I just I feel like it's a consistency thing. Like if all the other female Sims have them, why doesn't she have them? So yeah. And then I decided to make her super artsy and crazy. Not crazy. Super artsy and like creative. So she has purple eyeshadow, purple lipstick, and then she has this like super colorful outfit. There I am changing her body to be more normal, because this could be a whole rant, but all of EA's Sims have completely unrealistic bodies with like their boobs are pushed up to like their chest. I mean, okay, I guess that they're normally at your chest. I mean, they're literally pushed up to like their collarbones. Even when, like, in Nancy Landgraab's case, and I think Katrina Caliente too, they sort of are trying to go for like, oh, they're crazy. Oh, like plastic surgery vibes. But like, who's that Sim from Get Together? Everybody talks about her. Oh, Nina Caliente too. Nina Caliente. Maybe she's also supposed to have like had like work done like her mom, but like, geez, they're crazy. Anyway, so I literally I tend to have to change, not have to, but I tend to wind up changing every single Sim's body type, body shape, I guess, because they're always like, I don't know, like unrealistic and weird. I basically talked through her whole formal outfit, but it's that dress from City Living that Miko is wearing in hers too. And also this is a note, for some reason she's not wearing shoes, and I don't really know why, but yeah. And she also had a bunch of like blue and green sort of stuff. That's what Liberty had. And then she was wearing the baseball cap in her athletic wear, so I decided to do the Get Together baseball cap with the what's it called, with the headphones because I thought that was cool. And then there's a lot of good athletic wear and athleisure type stuff in Discover University that I used. And I actually also I sort of also skipped through her pajamas, but they're not that interesting. Her party wear, so I kind of took my inspiration for most of her outfits from her party wear because it's so crazy with the ice cream cones and the clout goggles and the makeup and stuff. So honestly, this is not as crazy as it could have been, but I just thought it was really cute. This dress from Eco Living, and then the Laundry Day like socks and boots. So, and also I thought her swimwear was fine. And so then I didn't mention this for Travis, but since these are townies, like base game townies, they don't have hot and weather outfits, which means they randomize a new one every single time you enter the game, which is, I think it's annoying. I think that they just need to commit to, like, they need to do that in a patch at some point because it's so annoying that each sim doesn't have a hot weather outfit, in my opinion. And I know that the argument is that you're never going to see them, like they don't ever wear them, but I just think it doesn't, like, I don't know. If you were playing base game, when I got the Sims, I got it after Seasons was added, so there was the update in which, my Sims did have hot and cold weather outfits, but I couldn't, like, make them wear anything. And also there's not a lot of cold weather stuff in the base game. Now there's more. There used to be, like, no cold weather stuff at all, and that's when, like, I noticed, with, like, Discover University and whatever, as they started adding more packs, they started adding more outfits or clothing at least, that would work for cold weather. And so now I'm working on Summer Holiday. I'm making her over. And I actually decided that I was going to make her more basic, not, like, in a bad way, because I don't think that's a bad thing at all. But I just mean make her more toned down. Sort of give her less of a, like, this is going to sound bad, like, outfit that possesses so much personality. Because her traits are outgoing, cheerful, active, and she wants to be a friend of the world. So really, she's just a nice, bubbly person who likes to exercise. And really, I think that made sense with what I did for her. Summer Holiday is like a crazy sim. No, but, like, her outfits are always so, not her outfits, her makeup is terrible. That sounds mean. Again, that sounds mean. Her makeup makes her look horrible. And every time I've, like, played with her or seen her or my Sims have come across her, I've always thought that her makeup looks really bad. So I did change it up with this. I used some of the customization features, and I used some base game and I guess the MAC makeup is base game, but I used some of the MAC makeup. Also, something I've never understood with Summer Holiday is why she's wearing the, like, tracksuit for her active wear. First of all, she's an active sim, which means she'll probably be exercising a lot, and I don't think it makes sense to have her wear the track. I always put that on, like, my mom Sims, or, like, my old lady, or, like, the grandma Sims. So I don't understand why young adult, cool, hip Summer Holiday is wearing them. But yeah, so I'm using the MAC blush. I know some people don't like the MAC blush, but I like it, especially with the customization features. I think it looks really good. And I know people don't like any of the MAC lipsticks, but I do like this one in particular. This is kind of the only one I like. But I like it because it has, like, a nude shade. Granted, I mean, of course, that's only a nude shade on your white, Caucasian, whatever, Sims. Because that's just how the Sims is. But yeah. Also, I gave her this hairstyle from Eco Living because it's really cute, and it has the braids and stuff too, and the, like, tied back stuff, but it's not, first of all, a lot of the base game hairs sort of are lower quality because they're from the beginning of the game, which is fine, and I still love a lot of them and use a lot of them, but they also, if the hair is lower quality, it does, I think, in my opinion, tend to look worse on lighter colored hairs because you can notice all the textures more. So that's why I tend to only use them on, like, darker hairs. like, the ponytails looked fine on Liberty. Like, she had the base game ponytails with bangs, and she's wearing them. And so they actually look fine, but I feel like on summer, they would look worse because, yeah. Oh, also I gave Liberty a septum piercing. Okay, now I'm renovating their house, and I sort of went crazy here. So, first of all, I did not like the, like, clay, pink, red, whatever, roof texture on their house. I just didn't like it. And then but then when I changed the roof to black because I didn't like the red color, it felt a little weird to just be a like black and white gothic, not gothic, you know what I mean, black and white house. So I wound up changing it to be bright green, which I thought was really cool. And then the backyard, I did make it smaller because I don't like the super big backyard. I always have hated this house from map view. I'm always like, ugh. So that's why I really tried to change it and make it look better from the outside. So I actually wound up taking away a lot of the black accents, except for the roof and the foundation, and adding mostly white accents, white doors, white roof trim, white wall trim, white windows, white stairs, white fence, white porch. So a lot of white, I guess. I thought it looked better in the end, but you guys can tell me. Like anybody's gonna watch this. So then there's a bunch of, I used the get together columns because of course I did. Originally they had these like super expensive columns. Also I did operate within their budget, which was however much the house was, which I don't know how much it was. And then plus $9,000. And I wound up with the house costing like $52,000, and then they had like $7,000 left over. So I guess the house must have cost $50,000 in the beginning. Now I am renovating the living room. I have renovated this house before, and originally I went for a super colorful, crazy vibe. My idea for that was like that Liberty was in charge of renovating it. I was thinking I could add a backstory where it was like, oh, Liberty is technically the owner of this house, because this is a really big house for 3 like young adults. A pretty big, spacious, expensive house for 3 young adults who are presumably just out of college to live in. Or maybe they didn't go to college, you know what I mean? Maybe they are new to the workforce at least. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, but I actually went for more toned down in this one. It's mostly just white, some gray, and like a light wood color, I guess. And I use a lot of Parenthood. Right now the walls are base game, but I wound up making them Parenthood. And then the counters were also Parenthood. Yeah. I think I wound up using Parenthood in some of the bedrooms too. No, I used Seasons in Liberty's bedroom, but we haven't gotten there yet. So yeah. And yeah, they had a lot of super expensive stuff in the original, like those super expensive cabinets, and like for some reason what I assume is Summer's bedroom, but like technically you don't know, but what I assume is Summer's bedroom is like super expensive, and I don't know if they're trying to make it be like, oh, she's a snob and the rest are normal. Like that's what it seems like, because the rest of them had normal bedrooms and she's had like this super expensive one, which with one of the most expensive base game beds, which means when they created it, it was the most expensive bed, right? You can kind of see it in the top left corner, but, yeah. But, like, that isn't reflected in her character. She's friendly, outgoing, cheerful, active, whatever. Yeah. And so now I'm doing Travis's room, and I sort of had this idea of, like, oh, he likes history, because he had the Roman architectural studies on his wall. He had the, like, old patent design item, and he had like an old vintage camera. So I took that as him being really into history, maybe. But his actual career, I mean, I know they have don't really have any history related careers in the base game, but his career is tech guru. So I sort of was considering making him into a university student and making him a university student and making him like history. Make him an art history student or just a history student. I don't know. And then he could go into careers like law, or I'm not sure what any of the other history careers are. But yeah, I thought that might make more sense. I think I have done that in the past when I've played in the past. I think I made them all university students once. And I think Liberty was studying physics because her career in game is an astronaut. Summer was studying psychology because she wanted to be a teacher. And then Travis studied art history. So now I'm doing the bathroom, and I used the Parenthood tile. Yeah, Parenthood tile, Parenthood counters, that other Parenthood item. And then I just did one little shower. Because originally it had one shower, and honestly I could probably figure out a way to fit a tub and a shower, or a shower tub combo in the bathroom, but I just didn't want to. I don't know. I just didn't. So then this is Liberty's room. No, this is Summer's room. Originally I started making it and I was like, okay, this is Liberty's room. But then as I kept making it, I wound up being like, okay, this is more like Summer. So she has this really cute wall art from movie hangout stuff, and I was actually looking for a different one, but I thought that one might have been cooler and suit her more. And then I used a lot of Season's stuff in this room. Season's bed, Season's mirror, Season's dresser, Season's desk, Season's bookshelf, Season's nightstands. And there's Parenthood again. I used the mirror. So finally I'm doing Liberty's room, and I realized I forgot to, or I didn't forget, but I was going to put carpet in this room, and I never did. But this room is 10 times more colorful than the other ones. I decided to give her a really colorful Get Famous rug, along with those really colorful curtains from Eco Living. And I had been using those curtains all around the house, but I just decided to do this one. And I did wind up making the room a little smaller because I had no idea how I was going to fill the space. I also don't think I talked about the backyard, but I put a fire pit in the backyard, and then I just put a little dining table on their porch. And then I also put some planters, because they did originally have some planters, but I had deleted them. So yeah, that's Liberty's room. You see that? Now I'm just messing around a little bit, and we're done. Like and subscribe.